Hello, and welcome back to another adventure in space with Comet Tales. I am your host, Oliver Oswald, joined by several amazing individuals who make telling the story possible. Let's start with Maris Aram.
That's me. Hello, I am Maris Oram. I go by such on Twitch and Twitter. I am a storytelling, book-loving, literature-talking streamer. But you can also find me, of course, here on Comet Tales playing the delightfully posh Valentine von der Heist, the party gunslinger. And yeah, always a good time for Comet Tales. I'm excited for more heist shenanigans today.
Yes, Heist Part 2, big Heist Part 2. Up next, we have Lily Faywood.
Yeah, hello. My name is Lily. Outside of playing as the lovely Lyra, I mostly just play other D&D games and draw and make comics and other stuff. So that's on Twitter and Tumblr. But yeah, I'm just excited to be here, excited to be queer as always, and just looking forward to seeing what happens.
Up next, we have the ever amazing and creative Bee.
Oh. Hi, I'm Beatrix Bunny. I'm a taxidermy jackalope and sometimes horny goblin auntie. I do variety streams with focuses usually on roguelikes, RPGs, digital artwork. Currently, I am recovering from a improvised medical hiatus, but I'm going to be getting back to planning some more RPG stuff myself, and I unfortunately have the idea in my head now to try and make a Pokemon fan game region, so expect to hear me yapping about that a lot.
Very cool, very cool. Last, we have the ever powerful Azura, the Azure Dragon.
Hi, as Oliver just stated, I'm Azura, the Azure Dragon. Nice to meet you. I'm a variety streamer and VTuber who is currently still doing their own like games here and there, just kind of out of whatever fancy right now. In the future, I do plan on doing some more D&D specified content if that ever tickles your fancy. If you ever want to stop on by, but I'll be more likely to announce that kind of info more likely on my Twitter sometime. You can find me through Azure the Dragon, somewhere on there.
Thank you very much. And very special thank you to all the people who helped make this possible. Very special thank you to Borrowbound for providing us the amazing soundtracks we use, Distant Echoes for all of the character themes for specific music, Vesper Fortune for all of the lore consulting, and of course, Kaylin Frost for all of the many character artworks, all of the assets that you see on screen. We love you. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Let's proceed into our adventure.
Did that get a little robotic for anyone else?
No.
I don't
Okay,
think so.
Good.
Where did that go?
Take it away, Oliver.
It is missing. There it is. In our last adventure, the Crystal Dragons discussed many quests ahead of them and focused their efforts towards the day ahead, the Casino Royale. Zuza, Valentine, and Lyra held something of a reckoning with their past. Meanwhile, Ashala took only a moment to consider what may have been. Pressing onward, the party landed in the outskirts of the fleet's underside, driving to the place of their heist, Benia's Casino. Crystal Dragons took a brief tour of the facility before arriving at the high roller floor to participate. The other members of the competition were introduced, some familiar faces, some new faces. The man, formerly known as Michael, was now introduced as Randall Pendragon and sought to speak with Valentine, revealing himself as an ally of their mutual friend. He took the time to quickly teach Valentine some card tricks and offered some assistance in reading the other players during the competition. Ashala, Lyra, and Zuza made their way to the lower floors as the competition began to take on the advanced section of the heist. The party searched but could not identify who the Githyanki informant was in particular, but did discover signs of multiple murders throughout the hotel floor. 2 Gold Cloak commanders had been slain by a Githyanki strike force. Not long after the discovery, the party was able to carefully direct the gold cloaks towards the gift and quietly made their way to separate floors. Ishala disguising herself as a gold cloak commander and traveling using the service elevator, Lyra and Zuza traveling back to meet with Valentine. Distraction has been made, the lockbox key obtained, and a primary suspect has been determined. The table is set, the cards are in play. We begin from Ishala, who is within the security floor within the armory.
Here we go.
Various weapons, tools, and even weapons are on display, as well as the means to reproduce them en masse using advanced material printers. The lesser gold cloak in the room seems to have acknowledged your seeming authority and is working on designing a new weapon of some kind, but they don't seem to mind you taking one of the weapons off the rack. Fortunately, it doesn't seem as though anything else you need is within this room, and you are free to move around.
Yeah. So, I get the feeling, just to play it safe, I think last time I was considering knocking her out before pressing onward.
You can certainly try.
You're probably alright, though, if, like, your cover's intact still.
That is fair. Let's not risk a fight. I mean, I'm only one person. If I get into trouble, then yeah, that's enough. I think the last thing I need is get into fights, only to find fights later on and I'm already hurt. Oof. So yeah, I'll probably having looked around, I'll probably head on out.
Okay. Keep in mind you also have the new rifle in your inventory that you had borrowed. I put that in your inventory along with all the little traits. You may not be proficient in it, but you are at least able to still use it to some degree.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll proceed down to the main door, seeing as that's the only one I haven't been to yet.
Okay.
What's the interface?
As you look onto the interface, it is a fairly complex console, but just looking at the overall interface, you're fairly aware of how to open something like this, and especially since you're on the inside, it's kind of just flipping a few switches. If you're on the other side, it might have been a little bit more difficult to get open.
Gotcha. Okay, I will telepathically communicate that I'm going to be opening the door. Because I think this one was the door that we're gonna struggle with to get into before, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, this is the door that would have been difficult to open from the elevator that would have brought you to this floor. This is the standard elevator, but there is another door on the opposite side, and there's a door that you are on the inside of currently.
Okay. In that case, just to make sure, when it comes to opening this kind of door, am I aware there would be like any sort of alarm trips or anything that would like put the place on alert if I was to open it from like basically just like a cursory alert kind of thing?
Presently, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Let me see. Let me grab my character sheet. Here we go. Investigation. Oh, hey, I'm good at those. Let's see if I can roll good. I
Natural
guess
one that ends up as an 11.
I don't suppose like me using my my 1d8 dice would make a difference.
It is a natural one. given that you just walked into the armory, gave a little salute to the lesser gold cloak who is in there, and then walked straight out, you go up to the door and you're trying to see how much you might even be able to get out of all of this facade that you've put on as a gold cloak commander with your disguise. And rather than even attempting to interface with the door and reveal yourself by not knowing exactly how it would work, you look straight into the camera.
Oh no.
And go ahead and give it a, well, come on, open the door, without saying a single word. And to your surprise, the door actually does let out a large before finally opening itself up, and you are free to walk through.
What?
So we're sketchy, but we're successful.
You're successful.
God damn it. Alright, well then I guess the door is unlocking now.
Yes, the door is unlocked for you. And we'll say that
I
while
will
the door is... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'll telepathically communicate that I'm getting the door open as we speak.
Okay. That will bring us up to the 5th floor. Lyra, Zuza, the two of you have returned back to the top floor. And you can see the
Okay.
game is still ongoing. However, you notice that your green frog friend is no longer sitting at the seat closest to the elevator.
Oh no.
All right. So we've narrowed it down to a couple of people, but I think the masked lady seemed to be. Am I remembering that right?
From your memory, the individuals you had narrowed it down to included Nova. You are uncertain. It could be the masked woman. It could be Corva, in which you are particularly inclined to believe that it was Corva. But you do not suspect Randall whatsoever.
Okay.
I think in order to
I don't want to metagame it, but I don't think that Oliver would take away my chance at vengeance towards Corva.
we also don't know for certain, which would look pretty bad for us to just walk up and yell at somebody during the middle of a game.
Oh yes,
For
no one
sure.
also has. You haven't found any information on Alexander either, as you weren't able to find his room in the casino. But
I mean, if it's
given that you
if
know
it's
it's
Alexander, if it's Alexander, that is a damn good actor, because
He's
it's
too
hard to
stupid
be
to be
that
stupid.
stupid. Exactly.
All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a soft risk, but trying to play the cards, and I'm going to walk up to Fania
okay.
and just ask, kind of essentially, just things seem to be going. How are they down here?
Ania sort of gives a look, and rather than her usual calm and composed eyes, her draconic features are starting to show a little bit, and her eyes are pointed like daggers in your direction.
Oh.
Exactly what's going on down on the 2nd floor. In fact, don't tell me. I'll figure it out later.
Okay.
And then she glances her eyes back towards the game, watching intently. But she gestures for you to take a seat or to go and play any of the games that are around.
Lyra, trying to be, charismatic in this situation, is just going to immediately just cowl and go take a seat and watch quietly.
It's more of the fact that 2 murders have suddenly been reported within her no violence casino. So it is.
It wasn't us.
She has no clue of what is going on, but she knows that it is currently being investigated at the moment. And it happened. It was discovered after everybody went downstairs, so she has no clue. There is a burning fury behind her eyes, but it is not currently directed at you. At the very least.
Who is she looking at? Can we tell that?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh, I'm good at
Ooh.
this.
Give that
Roll
a
for
shot,
one as well.
too.
Yeah. That's always a good start, right? 23.
You're good.
23.
I'm good at this.
Give me your backstory.
As you take a look, Lyra, you notice that Phinia is very intently, almost glaring, in the direction of the masked woman, who was identified earlier as Cordelia, just a somewhat popular pirate, but one who doesn't like to make a name for himself. At the most, they are essentially a ghost within the fleet.
I see. Then Lyra, with her very limited knowledge, is just going to slink back and just watch the game, trying to see if she can discern anything from anyone's play similarly, but I assume that'll be something for her next quote turn.
Zuza, as you are walking past Alexander, he sort of gives you like a little little smirk, a little smile, and then a wink. And
I recoil in disgust.
Nova, from the opposite end of the table, seems to also have something of a similar reaction. Hey, pretty boy, answer yourself. Oh, fine, fine. Yes, I don't wish to get caught once again. And sinks back into his chair as the dealer goes ahead and passes out another round to everyone. Go ahead and roll me a d12, Valentine.
You got it. 6.
You have rolled a 6. Okay. Where is the currency?
We're still in initiative, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything on this first roll?
It's quite literally middle of the pack.
Correct.
I might play it cool for now
Okay.
and bide my time and watch what the rest of the table does.
You will have no movement from Randall. You're going to see Alexander actually is going to sort of look at his card and then just kind of show it to the dealer. Hey, this card is marked, and look at this. Are you trying to give me something intentionally? I would never cheat on my own like this. And of course, asking you to cheat for me would be absolutely absurd.
Patentedly.
I wanna give a little insight check on his intentions here. What is this boy doing?
Go ahead and give an insight on him.
Insight. 24.
You give him a look once over and notice that he didn't necessarily do his tell that you started to learn, where whenever he's doing well, he likes to sort of just squeeze his hands as if he's cracking them, but he doesn't necessarily do anything with it. He doesn't actually crack them out loud to make a sound. This time you notice that he looked at his card, immediately didn't seem to enjoy what he had, and noticed that the card was somehow marked, which is fairly good in his favor. Just unusual quirk of luck at that. Before another card comes his way and he gives it the same stare down that he did the previous one. But he's going to continue playing it.
What is the, and I can roll another insight if need be, but just at a quick glance, the dealer, what was their reaction to that?
They seem to be surprised by it in general. I'll say that because of the fact that you rolled so well, you're able to kind of get like a general view looking at the two of them. But it definitely wasn't the intention.
Okay.
Cordelia is going to drop out. Corva is going to triple up what she has put in.
Oh.
And Nova is going to reluctantly go to match. It is your round. The next card that was drawn was a 5.
So I would have to match to continue that triple raise.
Yes.
Ugh. How is Randall looking? Again, just at a casual glance.
Randall has his eyes almost entirely fixated on Alexander at this point. Before, you've seen him sort of gently scanning and almost like passively looking around. At this point, he has his eyes entirely fixated on Alexander, almost as if he's trying to intentionally psych out Alexander.
I see.
And you can't quite tell what is going on in Randall's mind, but Randall seems to be thinking something is amiss.
Okay. In that case, I will continue playing this round. I will match the raise.
Okay. Randall is going to match all of this while simply not changing his direction. He's exclusively staring. Alexander is going to kind of take notice of this, but is actually still going to raise just a bit higher. Cordelia is out. Corva is going to stay and actually match up with Alexander, and Nova is going to drop out at this point. Not quite understanding. The final card drawn is a 9 and is back to your round.
Remind me again the mechanic for swapping out cards.
So you will need to roll a sleight of hand check.
Mm-hmm.
You could also potentially try counting cards and seeing if you can determine what might pull next from the dealer. Or if you'd like, you can even read an NPC.
I think so it's 4, 5, and 9, correct? Are the cards
Yes.
right now?
You rolled a 6, a 5, and I believe that's it. Yes, it was a 6 and a 5 was pulled.
Okay.
And yes,
Oh,
a 9
6
was
pulled.
rolled. So you have a 6, a 9 was pulled from the dealer, and then a 9 was pulled after that. I apologize.
So there's 2 9s.
There's 1 9. I apologize. Reading cards or counting cards
Yes.
is for the first 2 rounds. That's my mistake.
All right. My hand is pretty crappy and I know it. I think what I'm going to... I feel like I want to join in on the psyching out Alexander bit here, because that boy is just too fun to bully. So I think I think she's gonna turn to Randall and just say, "Darling, if you keep undressing him with your eyes, you're gonna have to take him back to your room after the match. Please, stop staring at poor Alexander. It's unlikely he'd try cheating again."
Randall is just not even going to acknowledge anything you said, and just going to continue staring before very quietly muttering under his breath, "I wonder if he's starting to feel cold." Alexander is just going to give a look, and at this point, he is going to fold.
Yeah! Sorry, buddy.
Aw.
But you still have your round to do, if you'd like to
All right.
continue playing.
Yes. I think I will... I think I'm going to attempt a sleight of hand, which is hilarious considering I just called out another guy for potentially cheating. But them's the breaks. So I will roll my sleight of hand.
Okay.
19.
Okay, go ahead.
23.
Go ahead and
So,
roll a 1d12.
My thing is
Oh,
still
yes.
active, so you
Oh,
can
that's
use
right,
advanced
that's right.
athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a 1d12.
Oh, it's worse.
Oh.
Wouldn't that give you a pair of 5s, though?
You do now have a pair of 5s.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
that's something.
Yeah, that's something. I just realized that I don't remember the turn order, and the only icon on the turn order I can see is Valentine's.
This is
Yeah,
my
it's,
game now.
it's a little bit messy, but I'm keeping track of things for now.
I wanted to make sure that I don't accidentally miss my turn.
No, it's fine. Okay. So I guess you're going to continue?
I'm going to continue.
Okay. Randall is also going to continue. Cordelia has dropped out. Alexander has dropped out. Corva is going to keep playing it out. And Nova has folded. The cards are revealed, and the winner was Corva, who had drawn a perfect 12.
Dang.
And that will bring us to Zuza. I suppose you didn't necessarily get to do much in your arrival. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're on this floor currently?
I think that I haven't really done too much talking yet, so I think I'm going to try my luck at talking with our employer here to see if I can't smooth things over a little bit.
Okay, you are able to kind of walk up and take a seat right next to Finia, who is still pretty intently focused, her leg crossed and bouncing a bit.
Right, well, I needn't tell you about the activity going on downstairs, but I can, at the very least, elucidate perhaps a few more details. Needless to say, this was nothing of our doing. I can assure you that, as a woman of my honor. And if I may be so bold, it seems that there are more parties than initially believed going on here.
Finia is going to turn and give you something of a smile. While you had felt very cold earlier this morning when you had woken up, you are now suddenly feeling an intense heat. That seems to be radiating off of Finia as she has her eyes closed, just kind of giving a smile in your direction.
Is this the aphrodisiac again?
No.
Okay.
Then, if there are other parties involved who are in competition with you, then why are you here?
Because one of those parties, the ones not currently engaged with your security forces, is someone at this table. And she gestures at the table over there. Obviously, she's not going to imply that she is.
Vinia is going to go back to looking towards the game and starts watching a little bit more intently than she was previously.
Do you know if everyone seems... Oh, I was just going to ask if anyone seems out of the ordinary to her, but we can wait for next turn for that.
Yeah, we'll do that next turn. Ashala, you notice that the camera actually changes position. And the door is now open for you to walk straight on in.
Nice.
There are 3 doors ahead of you. There is the opposite large door, which is going to take a bit of work to get into, unless you want to repeat the same trick you had just pulled, or there are the 2 doors on the side.
I think it might be worth just checking one of the other doors while I have the chance to.
Okay. It is up to your discretion on which door you'd like to interact with first.
I'll head over to the left side.
Okay. As you head over towards this door, notice that it is something of a hermetically sealed door. And this one, you're pretty familiar with how to open it, and it doesn't seem like there's any locks on this door currently. At least, perhaps it may have been disabled, given that they just let you through this door. And the door opens with a large tss. And as you enter in, you are faced with a large blue humming machine. You imagine that this is the generator holding the entirety of the casino in power.
Right. I get the feeling I probably need to tamper with it to some measure, but right now I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Currently, the camera that you saw is in the corner, so it may have seen you sort of go to interact with it and inspect it, but they aren't currently looking at what you're doing inside the door. You could just be doing an inspection for all they are aware. If you're interested, you could take a look and see how the machine operates.
Yeah, I would probably say it wouldn't hurt to do so.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence check. Ooh, I'll take that.
23.
Hell
You
yeah.
actually immediately recognize the generator as one of a more modern Spelljammer engine, which is fairly unusual given its design. You've only heard Skaith talk a bit about it, but as far as the inner workings of it, you don't really need to know that. You are aware, however, of the console that is directly next to it that controls it. Given that at one point, Skaith was planning a heist where you were going to attempt to steal and hijack a brand new modern Federation cruiser, you are a bit familiar with how to operate one of these things, and you would actually be able to set it on something of a timer and cycle the power on it, where you might have the time to get down to the vaults and even have the power turn on as you're about to get through to the vault doors.
Okay. So, alright, in that case, I'm going to relay that, Oh, and also just to clarify, the lift itself, is the lift actually accessible to everybody, or do I have to enable that still?
This lift is available, but the service elevators are not available to everyone. As far as getting to the vault floor, you assume that your friends will likely be able to get to the floor, they just can't get into the vault doors.
Gotcha. And I would assume that we would probably want to cycle it at that point, so that nobody can see us going in and out of the vault when they're coming down.
Yep. There is also the issue of any security measures that may be in place. But if you cycle the power for long enough, you might be able to get through your entire heist without having to worry about any of the security measures.
Gotcha. In that case, I'm going to relay that. I'm going to relay the info to the rest of the group that I'm near a generator to basically not so much black out the building, but like cycle the power on the lower levels, or if I can do that specifically.
Yes, you should be able to.
Yeah. So whenever they're ready to come down, once they do start making their way down, I'll cycle the power.
Okay.
How much time do you think it would kind of give us, you reckon?
You'd probably be able to get around maybe a solid minute worth of time, if not more. You'd say probably at the best estimate for how fast a generator like this would recycle itself, probably 3 minutes. It's a fairly hefty duty one, but it's also very, very modern, so it wouldn't last super long to recycle.
Gotcha. All right, I'll relay that info.
Okay. And I imagine you're going to go start getting ready on the console over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In case we will go on to Lyra, it is your turn.
I think if we're going to have somebody from down here go up to the vault, I think Lyra would suggest that it be Zuza be the one to do so. Just in case as she... Okay.
It's more just a reinforcing of that I believe the original plan was for everyone to sort of make their way down together, aside from Valentine, to the vault once the security measures have been cleared.
Okay.
So that way
security
everyone can go
measures
in.
are seemingly, yeah.
This is one way of getting rid of the security measures, at the very least.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to get up and essentially just, as I'm moving, I want to make a just like general arcana check on if there's any magical activity going on at the table.
Go ahead and make me an arcana check.
Okay. I hope that this works. As a 19.
19. As you are making your pass by, you feel a bit of a magical presence coming from Randall, but you can't quite determine what it is in particular. As you pass by Alexander, you feel almost unnerved as you pass by him. You are uncertain as to what you just felt, but you're certain that it wasn't something natural. There is heavy magical augmentation going on with Alexander, and you cannot tell what is going on with.
And keep on moving on past. Can I see anything from Corva or Nova?
Passing by Cordelia,
Right.
you feel nothing. It is almost as if she is almost averse to magic in it entirely, which is also a separately unnerving feeling.
Okay.
As you pass by Corva, you feel the presence of maybe a magic dagger or two. You don't feel anything in particular. And with Nova, you get the sense of something magic on her person, but given your knowledge of Nova, Nova wasn't necessarily a super wealthy member of the Solar Winds.
Mm-hmm.
So you're wondering what magic item she might have on hand.
Interesting. Can I... I'm going to quick say something to the team.
Sure.
Does anyone have any aversion to me dispelling whatever magic Alexander is currently using?
Well,
I forget how this telepathy stuff works. I have to verbally respond, correct? I can't just think it in my brain.
You think in
No.
your
So,
brain.
yeah, you think it in your brain, and for the purposes of the way that I want to rule it in this game, you can all hear each other because you're interconnected through Ashala, as opposed to you have to tell Ashala, and then Ashala gets to radio it to someone else. It's just you can all hear each other. You're all interconnected. Ashala is the hive mind.
Yeah, consider like me just like thinking what you're saying to everyone else, essentially.
Mm-hmm. So you can think back. This is all
Yes.
thinking, not speaking.
Yes,
Cool,
everyone
cool.
is
So
free to
I
speak with
will-
one another.
I will think back. No qualms here, although I will say, I think it's just a highly concentrated luck magic.
While we're on the subject, should we warn our employer that we're about to toy with the lights?
Don't bother, she would already guess that we're about to do so.
Oh, wonderful then.
I am going to attempt to dispel magic on Alexander.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
I thought that might happen. Okay. Your girl may be getting arrested, gang. Oh, natural one!
Oh, no!
Oh no.
As you are making your way back towards Alexander,
Girl.
you have it in your right hand as you are walking past him, going in this direction, to sort of go back to your seat, just kind of like meandering around. The gold cloaks have been watching you just kind of walk around this entire time. And as you're about to pass by him again, you sort of light up your hand really quick with a detect magic, and but without even a single second of hesitation, one of them lunges out and sort of grabs your hand, and then shakes their head at you, before gesturing for you to get towards the elevator.
You're getting kicked out!
You are getting kicked out of the High Roller Suite currently for interfering.
Oh no!
Alexander turns around. Really now, really? Is everyone trying to make me lose this game?
I think
Valentine will look up from her cards and just go, "Is there a problem?"
if it was my turn, there was something I could do to help with that, but you would.
It's okay. I mean,
Oh,
I done my
no.
grave.
The dealer just kind of gives a nod towards the other one and is like, yeah, no, they gotta go. And Lyra is being ushered out, at least into the elevator. Lyra is free to choose where Lyra would like to go, but you can't stay here.
I was
Suza.
thinking about just saying something about like well, magic would be bad to have in this situation, like, but I'm literally enchanting Valentine. So maybe I don't say anything.
I mean, they did say we're allowed to cheat so long as you don't get caught, so...
Caught him.
Oh my god.
Zuza.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
All right. Well, if our idea is that it shan't be a surprise to her when we kill the lights,
I'm just thinking, considering she knows the ins and outs of a building, I'm pretty sure she's aware that avoiding one of her key security features would require, if not a shutdown to the entire building, maybe a section.
You would, given your understanding, you are able to selectively restrict it to the 3rd floor and to the 4th floor. Just based on your understanding, you rolled very, very well.
I wouldn't worry about a potential blackout.
okay.
The game will go uninterrupted.
I'm not sure that I should draw any more ire to myself, seeing as that went very poorly, so...
So I do have a question about something, and I realize since this is a 3rd-party class, you might not have an answer ready, and that's fine.
We'll see.
But I have this ability where, as a bonus action, I can take the help action to a target with. That's only for attacking, but I can use that to take the help action. Would it be possible to try and help a Valentine with that? Or is it because, like, it's not on her turn when I'm using it, it wouldn't work?
We can say that you can give it. It's in the same way that I would call bardic inspiration. You'd probably be able to sort of do a helpful word in the general direction of Valentine, and act as a sort of advantage towards the next intended role that Valentine will do.
Alright. Does that count as magic?
No, I would say that because your class isn't inherently magic, I don't believe you get spellcasting of any kind. You are a physical bard.
I do get some spellcasting, but it's for specific spells, not like the inherent source of my abilities.
For the purpose of it, we're going to say that it's more physical in nature, and that it's fine for you to helpful word, and you probably won't get in trouble for doing that. Though you will probably have some of the gold clothes kind of just turn your general direction for speaking loudly in the middle of the game.
Alright, well, before I do that bonus action, I'd like to ask Phinia. Oh, I'm certain you know these people more than I do, and I daren't take up too much of your attention from your own analysis, but has any of them been acting out of the ordinary at all?
Phinia doesn't necessarily look away, but she does sort of lean back to you to whisper back. This is the band of some of the most odd characters on the entire fleet. They are all unusual in their own unique way, which is why I'm having you do the investigative work for me currently.
Right. Well, I will certainly endeavor to have our group continue as such, and when we have ascertained the identity of the Gold Cloak's assailant, well, other than the ones you already know of, we shall endeavor to dispose of them post-haste, so you needn't worry on that account, at least.
Phinia
And
will
then-
give you something of a nod.
Then turning to the table. Turning to the table. Yes. Woo! You can certainly win this, Valentine. I haven't the slightest idea how to play this game, but I'm confident in your abilities as a very keen-eyed gambler.
The gold
Sorry,
cloak
what?
off in the distance that had escorted Lyra to the elevator points in your general direction, puts a finger to their mouth, and then gestures to the elevator as in, if you want to keep talking, leave.
I do the silent nod of like, understood. Don't worry, understood. And
Valentine will give you a little subtle, hand wave of acknowledgement.
And then let's see. Alright, I'm just checking something here.
Valentine, while you're checking that, Valentine, go ahead and give me a roll.
Yeah. Ooh.
Fun.
Ooh. That's a 1.
How are you gonna play this round?
Cheat right out the gate.
I think I'm gonna cheat right out the gate.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
try and
you've
swap
got
that card.
advantage for that at least.
Oh, 15.
15. That is enough. Go ahead and roll me one more.
Ooh. 7. Much better. Much better.
Okay.
I think to try and bluff a little bit, I think I will also raise out the gate.
Okay, how much? Just by 1?
Yeah, just the 1.
Okay. Randall is going to kind of give you a look and is going to match with you.
I know what I'm doing, Randall.
Alexander.
I say as I don't know how to play poker.
Alexander is going to take a bit of a longer look at his card and just sort of give a nod before matching with everyone else. Cordelia is going to match. Corva is going to raise 1 higher. And Nova is going to fold.
Okay.
The first card drawn is an 8. You have a 7 and an 8.
Okay. I won't raise, but I will, or I guess I have to raise because Corva
yes.
raised. Okay, I will match this time.
Okay. Randall is going to match along with you, and then is going to turn his attention towards Corva. Alexander is going to match with everyone else. Cordelia is going to stay with everyone else. And Corva will raise an additional. Nova is out. The last card drawn is a 1.
Ooh. I wanna insight check on Corva.
Go ahead and roll an insight.
I'd say 13.
We'll say that since you couldn't use your advantage earlier, you get your 19 here.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
And in this case, a 19 will do it. You look at Corva, and you've come to the attention that you come to the realization she's not very good at cards, and in fact, the only time she ever raises is when she believes she has something decent. So there's a good chance that anytime you catch her raising, she probably has a winning hand of some kind.
Okay. Okay. I think I will strategically fold this time. and because I can't win every hand, that would be suspicious. So.
Randall is going to play out his hand. Alexander is going to also continue to play out his hand. Cordelia is going to turn towards Corva and raise by 2 even further. Corva, seeing this, is going to roll an insight. She can't seem to read a single thing and seems to grow increasingly nervous watching Cordelia and is going to fold despite all of her upbringings. And Nova is out. The cards are revealed and Cordelia wins the hand. Pulling an 8. Which is a fairly sizable win at this point. We go over to Ashala. You are able to rig the generator to turn offline in about 2 minutes. And you're able to get it to turn off essentially the security systems that are up on this floor, and as well as the power that is down on the vault floor. You'll get about 2 minutes worth of time.
Okay. So 2 minutes before the power goes.
2 minutes, yeah, 2 minutes before the power goes, and then 2 minutes where the power is off before it will fully cycle through. Unless the guards wisen up, the gold cloaks wisen up and start trying to turn the generator on a bit faster, but you don't anticipate there's going to be any issues.
Alright, sounds good. In that case, I will head out. Of the door, and immediately, I want to quickly check the other room while I still have time to.
Okay. Yep. You still have plenty of time.
Yeah.
We can say you walk with haste. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you go to unlock this door, similar to the other door, it lets out a fairly large hiss before you reveal what appears to be the barracks. So it seems that there's no one in here currently. Though you do notice that all the cots are fairly well maintained, despite not being the most interestingly designed. It's very unpersonalized. But that's about all you can tell from the Gold Cloak barracks.
Okay. In that case, I will I'll let the team know that it'll be 2 minutes until the power on the lower floors cycles, and I'll proceed to position myself here for the time being, up against the wall.
You notice that the camera has shifted. It seems that they're going in some kind of cycle, and you notice that the camera is now blinking down over here. That's just for your own awareness.
Yep.
As you're seemingly making your way back around, that brings us back to Lyra, who is currently in the elevator. What floor are you going to?
I'm going to communicate to the rest that now that things have had a bit of time to cool down, I'm going to try and see if I can get into the 2 rooms that we were not able to get into.
Okay.
Well, we've got 2 minutes, so good timing too.
Yeah. So, I know we're all over the place on this, but come up to here. How does the scene of this floor look? Does it still look just as busy?
Sure that this is working. Switch.
Yeah,
As you
no worries.
arrive back onto this floor, it seems that there are plenty of gold cloaks that are kind of just hanging around. There seems to be a lot of people that are kind of in and out of the rooms that are hanging around the markets that are just kind of talking and don't really seem to know what's going on. And as far as you can tell, it seems like it's not going to be super easy if you're trying to sneak around, as everyone here seems to be on high alert.
Okay. Mhm. I think. So which rooms are left? It's these two up here, right?
So one up here,
Mm-hmm.
one there. Yeah, those are the only remaining
These
two
two,
rooms we don't
yeah.
have.
Yes, those are the only two remaining rooms.
Okay. Then I'm still probably going to, move around. Probably, this is my 30 feet right here. And then just give the guard a nod. And I'm going to use Action Dash to get past him
Okay.
in this turn to about here. Which, taking a look around, I don't see any gold cloaks with me.
You don't see any here currently, yes. It seems they're
Okay.
probably, you imagine they're probably a little bit more focused on the scenes of the two murders that occurred.
Yeah, naturally. And I'm going to use my second wild shape to turn into a spider again.
Okay.
And I think that's as far as I can go. So that is my bonus action movement. So, but I'm planning on going into the rooms up top.
Okay. Zuza, it is back to you.
Okay.
And I forget if I said this, but I communicated this all that I understand there's eyes on me, and I'm not going to make it potentially sabotage the mission.
That's fair. Zuza, you are currently sitting with Vania. You are aware that the power is going to turn off on the vault floor. It is your move on what you'd like to do.
Alright, well. Did we establish if that's going to be the next action this is going to happen kind of deal?
Yes,
Okay.
and it is.
Alright. I'm torn between the vendetta that Zuza would have towards Corva still and trying to strategically get into position. Could I just make a quick insight check? And I realize that I'm not really gonna get much out of this, just to see if she shows any kind of recognition of who we are.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and make an
Or-
insight check.
It's always so hurtful running into your sworn nemesis and they don't even remember it, you know? Dirty 20.
A 20. As you go ahead and kind of just sort of keep staring daggers into Corva. Corva is kind of just playing the game. And then just kind of looks up, is kind of scanning through the others. And then catches the fact that you're staring at her, and just gives you a sort of okay, what do you want from me look. It's clear that she may recognize you, but she doesn't particularly care.
Alright,
So she's not an imposter at least.
alright. Well, that does help narrow it down. I just do a quick 3 gestures of pointing at her, tapping my wrist, thumb across the throat. I'm basically just trying to quickly say, hey, gonna kill you later.
She doesn't seem to understand the gesture, and you seem to have lost her with the wrist gesture, and she kind of just tilts her head, just shakes her head, and just focuses back on the game.
All right, fair. Then I have the element of surprise later, I guess. Okay.
You did try to warn.
Yeah. I gave her fair warning, as all nemesis should get. Okay. Then yeah, I think I'm going to also try to start heading towards the elevator. I don't want to. Well, let's see actually how far I can even get. I get up, go 1, 2, 3, 4. Give them a nice berth. 5, 6, 7. So that way they aren't concerned about me. Yeah. I guess I might as well. Oh no, I guess I technically used my action already.
Yeah, you did use your action to kind of do some investigating.
That's
But
fine.
you'll definitely make
just-
the next elevator to get to
Yeah.
catch up.
All right, that's good enough for my turn.
Valentine, go ahead and give me a roll.
Okie dokie. 12.
Big 12,
Hell
absolutely
yeah.
massive 12.
Big money. Big money. Yeah, we're raising.
Okay.
We'll start with 1 for now.
Randall is going to match up with you. Alexander is going to actually, as Alexander receives his card, as the dealer deals the card is actually facing up as opposed to facing down. And immediately the dealer puts their hands up like, that wasn't me. And seems to not understand.
Oh.
Alexander is naturally outraged, begins complaining, and Fania stands up and goes, You're done. That's the second time something's happened. We're getting someone else.
This poor
Oh.
guy.
And the dealer just shakes their head and starts walking out.
Oh.
And before long, a separate dealer comes and takes their place. Alexander is drawn a separate card. And is going to raise even further. Cordelia is going to see this and raise an additional one.
Ooh.
Seems that this is a very competitive hand for everyone. Carva is watching all of this and is just going to fold. As well as Nova. The first card is drawn and it is a 1.
I will raise an additional 1.
Okay. Up next is Randall, who is seeing all of these plays, and now that the deck and everything has been switched out, Randall is immediately going to fold, as he is no longer able to count any of the cards. Alexander is going to match. Cordelia is going to continue, and the other two are gone. The next and final card drawn is a 9. It is back to you, Valentine.
So a 1, a 9, and my 12.
Yes, a 1 and a 9, you're 12.
That's still the highest. So yeah, I'm staying in the game.
The only way you could lose at this point is if it's a sudden death match,
Yes.
where Randall is out. Alexander is going to stay constant, as is Cordelia. Cards are revealed, and everyone needs to roll 1 more.
Ooh. 8.
Okay.
No.
God damn.
Alexander is going to reveal a second 12, and wins the round.
This guy's rolling like constant 12s.
As that happens, actually. Nova is going to immediately slam her desk on the table and is going to stand up and go, "There's no way this guy is cheating. I mean, come on." The gold cloak kind of gives a look, and then reaches over for Alexander's cards and takes a look, and notices that one of Alexander's cards is actually a misprint. And that on what would have been a really, really poor, in this case, 9, was listed as a 12 on Alexander's side, so he would have had no way of knowing either. So it seems just another accident of freak luck happening. The second gold cloak, however, shows this to Finia, and Finia just shakes her head. "Fine, here, have another deck. This one is my deck." And everyone hands in all their cards, and everything is swapped out. This time, the gold cloak is checking everything.
So is he still considered the winner of that round?
He
Or is
is
it
still-
kind of nullified?
He is still considered the winner of the round.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us over to Ashala, who is getting ready to leave.
So I'm just thinking, if I was to leave the room, would we be able to get back down here before? Well, actually, we've got 2 minutes. I think I could head back up and actually be of assistance to everyone else upstairs. I think.
You do have the time. You do have the time to go and travel up to check on what's going on up top. However, you sort of gave yourself that 2-minute window for the cycle, so that way you're able to kind of get down and see what you can work with by taking the service elevator into the vault. As you're not really sure what you're dealing with the inner workings of the vault, or the security that's inside the vault. But if you were sort of concerned about what might be going on elsewhere, you do have the opportunity to do that, as you did afford yourself that window.
Might be best to. Just rather than just sitting around waiting. I'll ask over the mental link. We've got 2 minutes. Do you want me to head back up to be of any assistance?
I can't think of anything right now.
I think the priority should go to securing the item in the vault. So we've only managed to stoke the ire of the gold cloaks on the playing games floor. So I think we should make sure that we take a breather from there at the very least.
Yeah. Would you like some assistance getting into any of the other rooms that we haven't checked yet?
I don't believe that should be necessary, considering I should just be able to squeeze through all the little crevices. I'm a spider now, right now, by the way.
Alright, noted. In that case, I'll wait a little longer.
In that case, you can move to either anywhere in the room, wherever you'd like to be. If you'd rather take the service elevator to get there, or you'd rather take the actual direct route to get into the vault room.
Actually, it'll actually give me a moment to just actually test out the weapon. Or actually even like try some of the weapons in the range.
Yeah, there are some of the weapons in the range that you're able to go and mess around with.
May as well. So I think I'll go do that for a bit. Like maybe for like a hot minute, and then maybe for like the last minute, I'll like look to going back to the room, to maybe start prepping to hit the vault. But yeah, I'll probably do that.
Go ahead and roll me 3 dexterity checks, one at a time, as you sort of play around with all the different weapons.
3 dexterity checks. Ooh.
Natural 20. As the first weapon you're kind of just walking around with, you pull out one of the hollow pistols. And you've had your fair share of time kind of playing around with it. Skaith was very determined to have you learn how to use weapons at range because you were very little. And using bigger weapons, like a lot of the crew did, was not really something of an option. When you revealed that you could use daggers, he was interested, although he was hoping that you would have a bit more of a longer range option. And just sort of playing around with some of the tricks that you remember. You do a little twirl, grabbing one of the hollow pistols, and you immediately wipe the entire field with the hollow pistol.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Trying out one of the rifles, it's a bit clunky with the hollow rifle, and you're not really certain as to how well it worked. This is the one that you'd planning on giving to Valentine. And trying it out on the second range, you are able to hit most of the targets, though there are a few that are a little bit too fast for you. It's clearly not your type of weapon, for sure. Lastly, there is a set of almost like ballistics as opposed to laser pistols. They're still holographic, but they do have the recoil. And as you're kind of getting ready to use these, you realize you do not like recoil whatsoever. And you very much struggle to hit any of your targets. However, at the result of doing all of this, you gain proficiency in laser pistols specifically.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'll take that.
And you have a good set of practice just messing around really quickly on the range while you're waiting for everything to fall into place. Going over to Lyra, who is second. You are a spider. Oh, what is your movement speed as a spider?
It's 20, so that's action dash too.
For all intents and purposes, we're going to say you have 30 feet of movement.
Hell yeah. Okay, then I would like to enter this room then.
As you enter this room,
Oh god.
you sneak in through the fence as you have countless times before, and you notice a very unusual scene unfolding in this room. The room is fairly a mess. There are all sorts of boxes thrown about. There seems to be a smashed PDA, or at least some form of communication device. The bed is completely unmade. There is a monstrous stack of cash up in the corner. As well as what seems to be a golden pistol, and right at the door seems to be a plasma mine.
Okay.
So
I came
whoever-
through the vents.
You came into the vents, and you've managed to completely avoid the energized death that was waiting at the door.
Uh-huh. So let's see. Let's get onto the table. I'm gonna go onto the table and see if like what else there is here. 'Cause it looks like there's other items or something.
Yes, as you are going ahead and investigating, go ahead and roll me an investigation check as you're kind of rolling your way around.
Okay. I'm very mediocre at this. That's an 8.
It's a bit hard to read as you're a spider right now, so a lot of the words are a lot bigger. and it's kind of hard to kind of get a good perspective to read everything when you're a spider.
Yeah, that's fair.
At the very most, though, you recognize what seems to be a very stylized journal full of all sorts of adventures that are painstakingly drawn into it. And the only person you can imagine who would do something like this would be Alexander. You can't read what's going on with all of the paperwork that he has. And you're not quite certain what it would be, but you get the impression that it's fairly important, as it's one of the only things that has some semblance of order in the room.
Uh-huh. Can I read his journal?
Yes, at the very most, it's not really much of a journal in the same way that it's more or less a picture book or a coloring book that Alexander has made on his own. One of those color by number books, essentially, but he made it himself. Very, very artistically drawn artistry of himself riding on top of what seems to be a giant serpent fighting a different serpent. There is...
I love him.
There is an image of him waving goodbye to the Banger crew as he is holding on to what appears to be a comet of some kind, and the Banger crew are heading towards a star.
Oh no! Oh no!
Wow!
He's killed them!
What a dark secret we're learning of him.
So, just based off of what I'm learning from this situation, he doesn't seem to be like the mole. He just seems to be a kind of weird-ass guy. So the Smash PDA is definitely concerning.
Yeah, you can't quite tell what's going on there. At least not with your current investigative abilities where you are. You might be able to get a better look. But at the same time, though, you probably also wouldn't be able to really get a better look at the at all the paperwork that he has on the desk.
Right. Well, I don't really know what else I can glean from this.
Well, we
So,
can check him off of our suspect list, I guess.
I think it's pretty fair to check him off the suspect list.
So, where
was
does
the
that
Smash
leave us
PDA?
at this point?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, the
that's
Smash
true.
PDA is right here.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what else I could glean from it, though. I'm ending my turn right here, so maybe I can just take another look at it or something.
Yep, you'll be able to do that
Next
next.
turn. Yeah,
Uh,
all good.
Zuza, where would you like to go? You are at the elevator. For all intents and purposes, we're going to say you can just travel to whatever floor you'd like.
Okay. I would just want to psychically check in. If I were to delay my descent, would it be possible to time it so an elevator might stop around the time that it's passing by the vault floor?
You're not really super familiar with it, and you don't imagine that the others would be super familiar with it. At the very most, you think that there's a chance that you might be able to, from the top floor, kind of click all of the buttons on the elevator and hope that it might get stuck on one of the floors as the power turns off, but at the same time, you might also get stuck with it.
Yeah. Alright. I guess for now, let's just... Well, if I go down to the main floor, that gets me closer to the vault too anyway, so sure, let's go down to that floor as well.
Okay, you step in the elevator and are on your way promptly towards the vault. And that will be your turn. Valentine, go ahead and give me a roll.
Okie dokie.
Roll a 12. Roll a 12.
Please.
Another 12.
Mama needs a 12. It's an 8.
I mean, better than a 6 or below. So
True. I will bide my time this round. I won't raise or anything.
Randall is also going to continue to bide his time. Alexander is going to play this out. Cordelia is going to fold early. Corva is going to play it out. Actually, Corva is going to raise, I apologize. And Nova is going to raise one further, kind of giving Corva a bit of a nasty look. The second card drawn is a 6. It is back to you, Valentine. You will need to raise by 2 if you're going, or you're going to need to match by 2.
Okay. Ugh. I know that Corva only raises when she genuinely thinks she has a good hand. So if she's raising already before the second card was already drawn, then chances are she's got a high card.
From your understanding of her, yes.
Yes.
You know that she's done this on an 8 before.
This is true. I think I'm going to... Granted, she hasn't picked up on a lot of previous cues, including death threats, so I don't know how effective this is going to be, but I will... Similarly to Nova, I'm not giving her, like, a dirty look, but just a very pointed look that implies I know what she's about, and I will match the 2 raises.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an intimidation check.
Okay. That's a 10. A solid 10.
Corva is just going to kind of like give you a look, just like, what are you doing?
Corva's just happy to be here.
Corva is just happy to be here. Randall is going to keep up with everyone else. Alexander is going to keep up with everyone else.
ooh, big game.
Big game.
Cordelia is already out. Corva is going to raise again. Seemingly in a bidding war against Nova this time. Nova, once more, is going to look at Corva and raise higher.
Oh,
They are playing a big gambling game against one another. It is back to you, Valentine.
What is the last card?
Last card is 11.
Ugh. Alright. Oh.
You haven't lost much so far. It could be worse.
No, but I haven't won either.
You have not won either.
Valentine's not happy about this because she was playing a hell of a game previously. So
Yeah, because I think you did win like a couple of times last session.
yes.
So
Previously,
I think
you were at the lead. You can do a check-in to kind of see where everyone's doing. You probably might want to wait till the end of the round, though, to kind of check
I'm
in.
gonna wait till the end of the round. I think, you know what? I'm gonna let them duke it out. One of them's gonna lose a lot of money at the end of this hand, so I will fold and withdraw from this hand.
Randall is also going to fold, seeing all of this happen. Alexander doesn't seem to know what to do.
Oh god, this guy.
Bless his heart.
He is cracking his hands currently. He's kind of taking his time before ultimately he ends up folding himself.
Interesting. that betrays his tell.
He may have had good cards, but he didn't feel confident enough in them compared to what everyone else is doing currently.
Gotcha.
Cordelia has already folded. Corva, as true to herself, is going to continue to raise even higher.
Gosh.
Oh, honey.
And is going to roll intimidation.
Ooh.
Nova is going to roll in against it.
Ooh.
Seemingly a bit unnerved, you saw the sort of glint in her eyes that she was feeling fairly confident, but having Corva just fight her at every opportunity has made her a bit nervous, but she doesn't seem discouraged at the very most. As far as you can tell, you can't really read what's going on in Nova without a full insight on her, but at the most, she's going to match here. And the cards are revealed, and it turns out Nova won with a 12 over Corva's 11.
Ooh.
Oh, Corva. Ooh, what a shame.
Good thing you dipped out when you did.
Yeah.
And as you go ahead and take a look around, you see that you are no longer the person with the most, although you're not really sure if you are tied or a little bit below, but you are very, very close to Cordelia at the very least.
Okay.
Nova made a huge play here and is starting to work her way back up, but considering that she started with less than maybe, say, 50,000 worth of chips, she's not doing so hot. Randall is not doing particularly well. He hasn't had any opportunity to make plays himself. And the switching of decks has especially thrown him off in particular. Alexander is doing kind of poorly, as opposed to the rest of the players, and Corva is about the same as him.
Okay, alright. So there's two people close to the verge of being knocked out.
It's a long game right now. You anticipate that this is going to be an all-day affair at this rate.
Noted.
Up next,
She'll just kind of, at that, she's just gonna kind of tap into the psychic connection, just like, it looks like my hands are gonna be tied for the foreseeable future, so, please, by all means, do whatever it is you need to do. I'll keep, all eyes on me up here.
Ashala, it is your turn.
I mean, would you say like that gun shooting would have probably taken me an entire minute to learn everything? Because like that.
Yes, you'll say,
I
yeah.
I did say like for the first minute I'd probably be testing out the weapons, so I think that'll probably be me for at least the first minute before shutdown.
Yeah, time is inconsistent between rounds, so we're just gonna say that things are occurring at their own kind of time scale right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're able to take the most of the time that you need, and you are able to sort of get yourself ready to go over towards the elevators and get ready to get to your section of the vault.
Sounds good. In that case, I'll probably like move over. To be fair, I might, if there is a laser pistol in the armory, I might go grab one.
There actually were a few laser pistols in the armory. Although your subordinate, disguised subordinate, may find it a bit unusual that you came in, took a weapon, and then left, and then came back, and then are coming to take another one.
That's fair, huh?
But that is your discretion to take that.
No, that's understandable. I think I'll hang out here. I'll see if I can get a laser pistol later. Yeah, so I'll hang around. Seeing as like I don't see any of the cameras blinking right now, I'm going to kind of just, for the moment, hang underneath here for now.
Okay. Yep. And that will be the end of your turn. We are going over to Lyra, who is over on the second floor in Alexander's room.
I think you just take one last investigation check look at this PDA real quick, and then we'll
Okay.
see where that goes.
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Yee, let's do better this time. That's a 12. It's better, but it's still not great.
As you roll this investigation to kind of inspect the PDA, it is. You can't really tell what's going on with it. There's not really too much to see on it since it's smashed and destroyed. But the one thing you are able to note from it, however, is that it seems as though it wasn't just thrown on the floor and smashed. This was a very intentional breaking it in half and then just kind of dropping it sort of thing.
Okay. Interesting. My running theory about this is that the GIF may have tried to enter this and didn't like whatever they saw on it. But I'm not certain. So I suppose with that, can I like can I unlock his door and then leave through the vents?
Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Yes, I can do that. I needed to roll this as a spider though.
Yes.
A d20 -4, I believe.
God, I forgot about this.
That's a 5.
Once more, you get yourself onto the
My
ceiling.
spider strength betrays me.
You swing back and forth over and over and over again, and using the full fulcrum of your strength, you launch yourself and land on the lock just enough to unlock the door.
Okay.
You're now over to here.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just slink out and start to move towards the other room. As I'm going, I'm going to let everybody know. This Alexander fellow seems to be a nervous man to have a mine up inside of his door, as well as oodles of cash, a golden gun, and a broken PDA. So,
Broken.
I wasn't really able to glean anything from it, but seemingly broken in half by somebody, whether that be Alexander or potentially our good friends. I cannot be sure. But either way, a mine at the door of a locked facility.
That does seem a bit much.
You think he could be our man?
Uncertain, but the boundless amount of cash and the broken PDA do seem to lean towards some kind of agent.
Clearly, someone has paid him very well recently
Exactly.
for something.
And considering his last actions were that of seeing the boom crew out into space, I don't exactly find that to be a very lucrative situation. But this is all assumption. She'll go quiet as she moves on to the next room.
You're actually able to make it to the other door. And for the sake of since you're there, we're going to say that you can go ahead and take a look inside of it.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to go in and really take an investigative look.
Yeah, that's fine.
On a very, very cursory glance, taking a look at this room, you see a laser rifle, It's not seemingly the best kept room. It's almost a bit trashy, is the way that you would describe it. Given that you're aware that every other room, at least the condition is, this room is either Corva's or it's Nova's.
Then I'll just relay. Not too much to glean out of the last room, unfortunately. Just a shoddy laser rifle and an unkept living space. If I had to guess, it would be Corva's, but it doesn't seem to be showing anything in the way of clues as to her allegiances.
If I had to wager a guess, I think Corva answers to no one but herself. Frankly, she's not the best at playing cards, so I don't think anyone would willingly put her into this game.
And if that is the end of your turn, we will go over to Zuza. You arrive. You can only see the gold border. Don't worry about the metallic circuitry outside.
All right.
You arrive in what was formerly a well-guarded vault door with 2 gold cloaks, but there is no one here. You are left with this strange artifact and a mural. And you can't quite recognize anything about it, but you are here, and it seems like you're the first person here. And not even Ashala is here yet.
Just a quick look around. Do I see any cameras in this room?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. Come on, don't fail me now.
I might have forgotten about this room.
17. You look around and there isn't a single camera in sight, which is interesting considering you're outside the vault door. The only thing that you could imagine with your investigative skills is that while there's probably not cameras here, they probably have a system that can tell them if the vault doors are open. And you assume that given how large this section of the casino would be, the pyramid, excuse me, you imagine that there are probably plenty of cameras on the inside.
Okay.
But as it stands, you cannot do anything here.
All right. I really should have put together a sneaking ensemble. I'm terribly, dreadfully identifiable. Well, since I can't open the door yet, let's take this time just to, I don't know, I'm curious about this mural. Let's try and take a closer look.
Go ahead and roll me a history check on this mural.
Okay. Ah, 8.
You were somewhat diligent in your studies, but this mural in particular is something else entirely. Is extremely ancient. You can only imagine that it must have been made thousands of years ago, by some type of precursor civilization, but you can't imagine what it depicts in particular, as everything on it is very just alien design. It is a mural of squiggles and lines and dashes, and you can't quite tell anything about it.
Yeah, no identifiable shapes. That's fair.
I believe that will be the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine, go ahead and give me a roll.
Alrighty. 11.
11.
I
and
think
you're just going to play how?
Yeah, I think I'll play it cool. I'm not gonna raise right away.
Randall is going to hold himself. Alexander is going to play his hand out. Cordelia is going to play her hand out as well.
How are Alexander's hands?
Go ahead and make me an insight check.
18.
He's cracking his hands.
Okay, cool.
Interestingly, Cordelia doesn't look at her card when she receives it. And she just seems hyper-focused on glaring down as much as she can behind a mask towards Randall.
Interesting.
Even though he's not even in the game.
She's got
the
beef.
chemistry between these two is electric.
Corva is going to angrily flick her card to the center of the table, and grumble under her breath.
So she's folding.
Yeah, she is folding. Nova is going to raise. The first card drawn is a 1.
Ooh, alright. I will not only match the raise, but I will raise 1k higher.
Okay. Randall is out. Alexander is going to match. Cordelia is going to sit there and also match. Still not looking at anything, just glaring down Randall the entire time.
So she's
God,
betting
that's
purely
really-
on vibes, huh?
She's betting purely on vibes. Nova
Vibes
is
is
watching
right.
this. Nova is watching this and doesn't believe what she's seeing. She gets extremely bad vibes off of Cordelia and is going to fold, revealing she had an 11.
Ooh.
A 9 is drawn.
This is
I
crazy.
want to do an insight check on Cordelia. Like,
Sure.
just to gauge, if possible, her intention, because she's clearly got beef with a guy who's not even in this round. So what are we trying to do here?
What's the vibes like, DM?
That's an 11.
An 11. Cordelia is already kind of impossible to read. And just look at her sort of locked in expression towards Randall. You starting to get the feeling she might be onto him to some degree, that he's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And she's willing to throw an entire hand just to prove it.
I think her curiosity would be piqued enough to just, not even like looking at Cordelia, but just, looking at her hand, her own hand, and just saying, "Is there a problem, madam?"
She very quickly just sort of breaks her gaze and just looks in your general direction, just shakes her head. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't say a single word.
Awfully difficult to play cards if you don't know what cards you're holding. Are you feeling lucky, perhaps?
She doesn't dignify it with a response, though it's not meant out of disrespect. It's mostly still just that she is locked in on. She's locking back in towards Randall.
Has she said anything the entire
She has not
time?
said a
the
single
game?
word in the entire game.
Okay.
What?
I thought
She is notorious for being a ghost.
In any case, I raise.
That would be a really good person to impersonate, though. Someone who no one's gonna expect to talk anyway.
Randall is already out. Alexander, seeing this kind of whole thing unfold, is also going to fold himself. And Cordelia, is going to just stay. What's she doing? She's going to also match with you. The other two are out. Everyone reveals their cards. And it is a draw. Roll a 12.
Oh my god. Please. 10.
And you win.
Yay!
yeah.
Put yourself back out there.
Her vibes were so weird.
Oh, weird ass vibes.
Just from this exchange, do you get the feeling that not only can she count cards as well as Randall, she might even be able to do it better than him? Naturally, no one in the table wants to say anything because they're not certain.
I feel like she's not gonna call it out either. She doesn't have proof of it. And I think she has the assumption that if she calls out her ability to count cards, then Cordelia can be like, well, this dude is counting cards, so she will.
It's all politics.
Yes, she will remain quiet for now.
Charlotte, it's your turn.
Yeah. So if I'm remember correctly, to get down to the vault where Azusa is right now, I'd need to take that elevator, yeah?
You could take the main elevator, or you could take the service elevator, which will put you sort of in the middle of the vault doors, but that's all you know. You don't know specifically where or what it will do for you.
Considering the cameras are currently off right now, from what I'm judging,
Yes, there are no cameras on you currently.
now might be a good time.
Okay. We'll say that you are able to hop into the service elevator. That was barely a full movement. We'll say that you're able to get down to there, or to the vault floor. As you take the service elevator down, you end up inside essentially the reinforced walls of the vault. And you notice, as you are stepping out of this elevator, a dead gold cloak. You are not the first person to have taken the service elevator today to this section of the floor.
Well, shit.
There is a left path and a right path available for you to travel down.
Okay. I'm going to let everyone know I've taken the service elevator to have a quick look around. And I found another dead gold cloak. Before I think I'm gonna make my way to the right, I think.
Okay. We'll say you have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so about there.
You go one step further, I think.
Oh, well, in that case, I will take a peek around the corner. Oh, no, it's not quite a corner, is it?
It's a corner,
little bit more
yeah.
to it. Oh, right, okay, cool. So I'll take a peek around the corner.
You take your peek around the corner, and it seems to be more long hallway.
Okay,
And that's about all that you can tell.
alright. That'll be it for me for the moment.
Okay. That will bring us to Lyra, who is currently investigating one of the last suspect's rooms.
Yeah. The only real thing that's worth noticing is the rifle and just the general disrepair.
Yep, that's about all that you can glean from it. You don't imagine that taking a further investigation will really give you too much.
Yeah.
Though the rifle is a bit of interest, it's about the only identifiable thing.
Interesting. Okay. Just remembering something. When I did my little arcane vibe check, Cordelia had no magical essence.
Yep, absolutely zero.
Absolutely zero. Okay.
Which
All right.
everyone has a little bit of something. There
Yeah.
was essentially just a void where Cordelia
Yeah. I thought that might be a little sus in a way. But I don't have anything to prove it. So probably upon hearing that there's a dead body in the vault area, I would try and get to the vault.
You could make it to the elevator.
Yeah, I guess I would just make it to the elevator then.
As you are you still in spider form?
I am. Where do I unshapeshift? So this like north area is just like another general like. Going further, there is more there. It's not. Just
Yeah,
like
there's more rooms off in that general direction.
Okay, so I would probably sacrifice a little bit of movement to go back to there, unshapeshift into myself, and start to walk back down to the elevator, probably to about there.
As you are going past, you notice Grova, who is just kind of sad. He's just hanging around the elevator.
Oh, darling, I missed you at the floor of the tournament. Did you strike out?
Oh yeah, I lost real bad. Like it was rough.
Darling,
I feel
I'm
so
sorry.
bad.
Yeah, I thought I was doing good. And then I really just kind of lost really bad.
Beefed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are mid-stride on this mission, so, I wish you the best of luck, my dear Grover.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know. I'm gonna go cry a little bit.
Give the fella money.
I actually don't think I have any money on me.
Oh, no.
Actually, I have like the group funds. Actually,
We
I
have the
some.
pockets. We have the
Hold on, I have
pockets.
some. I'm gonna give him 10 gold.
Oh, thanks. I don't know.
Buy
I
yourself
guess.
a drink or something.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna probably check out of my room
Okay.
and get my stuff. I don't really have
Figure
a.
out which of his rooms was.
Yes, you remember that
Okay,
the room
that
far
room.
off in the distance was Grova's room in
Not the one
particular.
that's a bloody mess. Got it.
No, he had the fairly nice room with all like the nice plants and everything.
Hey, poor guy. Yeah, that's probably it for me.
He makes his way off. That brings us to Souza. You can't quite do anything
Okay.
just yet, though you are hearing some sounds coming from the vault, the walls.
I message off. Is that you in the walls? Was that you?
I'm in the maintenance level of the vault, so potentially, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm prepared at the other end, as I'll ever be, I suppose. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have no idea what opening this will actually need to entail. You know what? It's been a while since I've done this, just for the hell of it. I'm just gonna start climbing up the wall. Is there
Okay.
any... Actually, is there anything like a vent access in this room?
No, not on this side. It is a solid wall
Worth
that
a
is
shot.
only broken up by the mural, which is in the middle of the floor, and the vault door on the far wall.
All right. I don't think there's really anything else I can do at the moment, then.
Valentine, give me a roll.
Wow, baby, we're protecting the
yeah.
game. Boy.
You roll a 12. Are you going to play it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna bide my time.
Randall is going to raise. Alexander is going to insight.
Why does it feel like this is the first time he's ever used that skill in his life?
Wait, plus -2?
Alexander just
Is
kind
this-
of
Yeah.
gives a look for a bit and is going to match while still just cracking his hands a bit. But he's not quite so certain himself based on the expression he's making. Cordelia is going to fold. Corva is once again angrily going to throw away her cards and fold. Nova is going to play it out, is going to match. It is back to you, Valentine.
And what was drawn this time?
It was a 7.
Okay. I will match and raise one more time.
Okay. Randall is going to see you raise. And is going to raise in exchange.
Interesting.
Alexander is going to see everyone raise and is going to drop. Seemingly not confident enough in his cards.
Oh, I think I see what Randall's doing, actually.
And Nova, still holding on, is going to hesitate for a moment before matching. The next card is drawn and it is a 1. It's the final round.
I will match.
Randall, at this point, is going to match as well. And Nova is going to fold, revealing that she had absolutely nothing. The two of you are at a 12. Go ahead and roll.
Oh my god. Please.
Oh, no, he got the 12. No.
Alright, hold on. I believe in me.
Come on!
Oh.
Oh.
So close!
Randall gives a bit of a shrug and goes, "Sorry, darling, them's the cards."
She will, if her eyes could like roll back into her head, they absolutely would. Just, oh, what a line.
He's gotta win one every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
That's true, that's true.
It was a very, very big round for him, at the very least.
Oh yeah, I think
He
he's like
was
back
taking-
in, back
He
into,
was
back in the
he
middle
was
of play.
taking some hits, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashala, you are here. For the sake of things, we're gonna say that you have 60 feet of movement.
Okay. I want to do a quick, rather than just running ahead, I want to do a quick investigation check just to see if if I can pinpoint like any obvious like traps as I'm going along.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Alright, I'm also going to be adding a d8 to this because I need this to be as high as possible. And you know what? I think I will still add that because you know what? DC 25 is a thing. So I think I will add that d8 to it. 26.
You are seeing a lot of circuitry going through. And through all of this, it's clear that this really isn't an area that they would expect anyone to normally access. However, while you're looking for traps, you do notice a trail of blood is going down this hallway.
So I'm on my pursuer's tracks. Neat.
Yes.
I will distinctly follow the trail of blood, just in case to avoid anything. So I will follow the blood quietly. I'll also do a stealth check while I'm doing that too, which I should still have advantage on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still concentrating on it.
Well, I mean, a 27 will definitely do it.
27 will do. Go ahead and progress. You can theoretically, because we're going to say for the sake of things, you have 60 feet of movement because it's a confined, tight space.
Yep, so I'll
You're
peek
able to
around
kind of
the
claw your
corner.
way through. You peek around the corner, and you see a second dead gold cloak as well as a Githyanki knight who doesn't seem to have noticed your presence. And they are currently working on unlocking what appears to be a third vault door behind the two that you had already seen. They are unaware of your presence currently.
Okay. I'm going to telepathically relay that there is a Githyanki currently unlocking the third door to the vault.
There's a third door.
There's apparently 3 of them.
Wonderful.
I will relay. Should I take care of him and then try to do it myself once dealt with, or should we just let him do the work?
Does he look injured?
Cursory inspection of him. Does he appear bloodied?
You notice that while ordinarily a gold cloak would be a fearsome foe, this one seems to have fought off the 2 gold cloaks fairly effortlessly, though you will see that part of the silver armor is a little bit corroded. So it's clear that the gold cloaks got some good hits on, but it was nowhere near enough.
Right. In that case, fighting them would be kind of a bad idea. They don't look hot. They don't look hardly injured. I'm going to check the other side of the maintenance just to be sure. And I will in my next turn I'll stop making my way back around.
Okay. And that will be your turn. Lyra, you are hopping in the elevator and heading over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we will say that you are able to arrive. You have arrived in the last elevator before the power is going to go out here.
Okay.
You and Zuza reunite here.
Mm-hmm. I think we probably keep it a little quiet and stick to mental thoughts because just in case that guy could hear us.
Exactly, yeah.
But I'm just going to sort of whisper back to Ashala, I think, just like, both myself and Zuza are in position at the front of the vault door. We will, whenever the power turns off, if the door's open, we can be the first ones there. But that's about all we can offer, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll try to meet with you once I'm done here.
All right.
Stay safe.
and as the two of you get ready, we're gonna say that you can't really do anything just yet. But as the turn comes to a close, all of the lights in the vault section flicker out, and the vault doors shutter and lock.
Okay, we're on that timer now.
The outer door is closed still, but you imagine that it wouldn't take much of an effort, aside from maybe a little bit of strength, just to push it open.
Oh god, we're terrible at that.
The Githyanki Knight kind of realizes that this is the case, and is going to very quickly attempt lockpicking. I get advantage here. Seeming to struggle a bit, but it's not too hard. They're able to go ahead and use their entire turn to go ahead and push this. Seemingly struggling with the door a bit right now, but it is budging at the very least. Valentine, go ahead and give me a roll.
That's an 8.
8. What would you like to do?
I think. I might bluff a bit and raise.
Okay. Randall is going to fold. Alexander is going to match. Pardalia is also going to match. Corva is going to match as well. And is Nova. The first card drawn in is an 8.
Ooh, okay. Cool. You know what? Fuck it. We'll raise again.
Okay. Randall's out. Alexander is going to match. Cordelia is going to match once more. Corva is going to fold, revealing that she had nothing, despite actually trying for once to play cards the proper way. Nova is going to continue. The final card drawn is a 1.
Okay. I'm trying to. So I have a pair of 8s, but a 12 would still beat that, correct?
A 12 would still beat this, yes.
Okay. I think
A 12
that
or an 11,
case-
sorry.
Okay. I want to knock out a few more of them if I can. So I'm bluffing, but I'm gonna raise one last time.
Is it an actual bluff, or is it just a you're going to raise once again?
I am gonna raise one more time,
Okay.
implying that I have better cards than I actually do.
So yeah, a bluff.
Alexander is going to roll an insight check.
Oh, good.
Not very good though.
Can't tell a thing.
Again, this man has never thought.
He is going
He's
to
a
mash.
thoughtless thought.
Pardalia is going to match. Corva is out, and Nova is going to match. Cards are revealed, and Cordelia wins once more. Cordelia is now somewhat firmly in the lead. But you are the next closest. Okay, back onto the vault floor. The power is off. and the entire floor has gone dark. Ashala, what are you doing?
I think once I've used my movement to get to the other side, because I did say I wanted to quickly check the other end, just to be sure there's nothing else here.
Yep. We can say because you have better movement in these types of crawl spaces, you're able to get over to here, and you see that there is nothing down the hallway as far as you can tell.
I will like quickly while I'm here. I will because I think like the gold cloaks usually have like these daggers. I've seen them like pull out.
Yes, they have the serpent daggers.
If this one still has it, I would pinch one.
Okay. Yep. You are able to take a serpent dagger. It is your standard dagger, although it on a hit has an additional 2d6 poison damage. And target's hit must make a DC 15 dexterity save or become afflicted with true strike until the end of the gold cloak's next turn.
Oh,
I will
that's
definitely
fun.
Yeah, I will definitely make use of that. So let me just add that to. There you go. All right.
I'll have to see if I can pilch one of those too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also the additional 2d6 damage of poison. Yep. All right. I will.
Unless you wanted to stay by the. Sorry.
Yeah. I will proceed to then, of course, move up. To the end. So next turn, I'll see if there's anyone else down the other corner before I make any actions.
On the inside of the vault, Zuza and Lara, you can hear the sound of one of the vault doors moving.
Okay. Well, that certainly sounds like progress.
Well, and the only way to get through is to push these doors open.
You could theoretically push these doors open together.
Okay. I don't know if there's another way this could work. Can I? Oh, maybe let's do this a little differently. Can I like thorn whip it to pull it with that rather than like, because I can't really grab anything?
Yeah, go ahead and
You
roll
have a negative
thorn whip.
strength mod?
I don't have a negative strength, but I don't have hands.
Right, No, wait, you're not a spider.
Sorry, what'd you say, Oliver?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll thorn whip. You don't have to roll the hit.
Oh, yeah, I'll just do that just for the thing, and then roll damage to see how
Yep.
well it pulls. 9.
You are able to actually get it into one of the inner grooves, and actually on your own pull open this first door.
Hell yeah. Step 1.
Rough.
And you see the first door. Zuza,
Okay.
you have the opportunity to work on this the second door.
Right. Well, did Ashala say that it was the third door that this skiff is working on?
Last I saw, yeah, but I think you may have heard there'd be shuffling in the back, so.
Okay, I'm trying to think because I don't really have spells. So,
Strength roll.
yeah.
Go get him, Tiger.
I guess I'm going to have to try to do a strength roll. Yeah.
You got this.
Is there a way I can spin Zot's helping enough?
No, absolutely not.
I figured I had to check. So strength or athletics?
Either or.
It's the same modifier.
Yeah, it's the same
I don't know
modifier.
why I'm asking. Okay.
I'm going to use my reaction to try and Cosmic Omen help you with this, though.
Well,
I'll add a d6 to
is
it.
that something you have to do before or after?
Before.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Let's see.
Oh well, just a big one. Oh no.
That's a 6. So that's a 7 total.
You are
It flies
using
open.
all of your might to try and move this door, and it is very heavy.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And that will be the end of that. Valentine, your roll.
That's another 12, baby.
baby.
Oh, baby, a triple.
How are you going to play this round? This first
We're
roll.
raising. We're raising.
You can see Randall is going to fold early once more. He is making this take a very long time. And it's clear that the dealer kind of gives him a bit of a look as he folds once again, despite having somewhat of a decent card. Alexander is going to continue playing. Cordelia is going to match you. Corva is going to fold, revealing nothing. And Nova is going to continue along as well. The first card drawn is a 6.
Okay. I will raise again.
Okay. Alexander is going to continue. You have attracted Cordelia's attention, and she is going to raise as well. One beyond yours. Nova is not sure what to make of this. Knowing that she's likely not going to be able to read, Cordelia is instead looking towards you. There are a lot of people facing you right now.
She's basking in the attention. She loves it.
Go ahead and roll a deception.
That's an 8.
You are enjoying the fact that a lot of people are looking in your direction. And you get the feeling that Nova is able to read you pretty well. And she is going to continue as well.
Mm-hmm.
The final card is a 4. It is back to you.
Having watched Cordelia now playing several rounds of this game, I want, let me know what kind of role this would be, but just sort of playing in the back of my mind, replaying the game as, you know, as it stands. She hasn't betrayed any kind of tell like some of the others have.
Make
But
an
I just kind
insight
of want
check.
to, yeah, I just kind of want to see if there's something behind that stony facade of hers. That's a nat 20.
That is a nat 20.
yeah.
You spend a very, very long time giving a look back at Cordelia, who's looking at you, and it is only in this moment that you are able to catch a glimpse behind the mask, and you can see just a bit of Cordelia's red eyes staring at you from behind the mask. And almost as if it was a staring contest, Cordelia blinks first. You get the impression that whatever she has may not be as good as your 12.
Okay. She'll just
But
kind
beyond
of...
that, there's no other tells.
Dang, she's good. She's good. I think with that, Valentine will just kind of smile contentedly to herself and match Nova's raise.
Okay. Randall is out. Alexander is going to sit there for just a moment before ultimately folding. Up next is Cordelia, who is going to fold here. Seemingly, you may have caught Cordelia once. Nova is going to continue to play it out. Still uncertain as to if you are actually genuinely in the lead. And the cards are revealed, and you have won.
Hooray!
Oh,
Hooray!
big pull.
Cordelia had a 1.
Oh.
Wow, what a ballsy bluff.
We are back to Ashala.
Okay. So we'll have enough movement to get to the other side, you reckon?
Yes.
Alright. So what do I see on this side of the wall?
On this side, it is a clear wall. There is nothing there, although you do see that the third door is opened.
Okay, cool.
At least from the opposite side.
Gotcha. And will I be able to move up to at least try to open up the second?
Yep, you would be able to go ahead and do that.
Okay. Would this be like with strength still, or could I finesse this somehow?
You can utilize lockpicking, as you are on the inner workings of the door.
I will do that.
You can roll with advantage, too.
Sounds good to me. Dexterity. With advantage. You know, I'm gonna psionic this just to be on the safe side too. So, I'll add a D8, just to be safe. Oof, 19.
With your skills, you are able to just barely finagle it open. And the second door pops open.
And the third is just open, correct?
And the third is just open.
Okay, so all
Okay.
we are in. We're in.
And so
Oh,
is
hey, dude.
he.
Is here that as the third door opens, all of you see the knight who turns around
Oh, this is awkward.
and draws their greatsword, pressing it onto their arm, and is ready for combat against you.
All right. Should we roll initiative again?
You know what? Yeah, let's have everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
So, is he alerted to me by any chance?
He is alerted to everyone currently.
Okay, cool. Then just a straight roll.
Just as a reminder, since we are rolling initiative now in an actual combat scenario, that means that when you roll initiative, you get a +5 to your first attack roll.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say that the round starts at the top here, and we'll get back to Valentine in just a minute.
Sure.
Okay.
Lyra, you are up first.
Okay. Just realizing that every spell I own is concentration. That's not entirely true,
Ooh.
but I think I am going to, rather than like trying to immediately do anything, I'm going to take out like Thorn Whip again, and I'm going to just try and Thorn Whip this guy away from the treasure and just get him like straight in the middle of as many of us as possible.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. That is a 19.
19 will hit.
Cool. So that's 7 piercing damage, and I'm going to I will pull him 10 feet towards me. So like
Yep.
just basically just this like this like rope made out of like stars just kind of like wraps around, sort of like, even though it's sort of incorporeal, it kind of snaps into reality and just full drag him with the power of the magic that she has.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Is
Bonus
full
action,
turn.
I don't really have anything, so. That is my turn, I would say.
Ashala, you are up.
Okay, I think it would make sense if is it possible to move myself just behind him as he's being yanked?
Yes.
Yep, sounds good to me. And sadly, I don't think I'll be able to get my advantage with this.
No,
sadly.
unfortunately, not yet.
Not yet. So I
Still
will
got
do.
the +5 at least.
That is true. So we'll do normal roll. We're gonna use the serpent dagger. Get as much out of it as we can. So that'd be 18 plus 5.
Yep, go ahead and roll for damage.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Well, without the poison, it could have been worse. So
For sure.
Roll a dexterity save. I believe that is a fail, so they now have True Strike until your next turn.
oh,
Hell yeah.
I guess who has a bonus action attack?
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to oh wait, no, it's when I hold on. It's the psychic blades, isn't it? It's if I do a psychic blade attack first, and I can with a
After you attack with the blade.
Yes,
so-
yeah.
yeah. So I do not.
Unfortunate.
Alas.
It's alright. You're
It's- you
learning
still
the
get it
order
for
of
next turn.
opportunities.
Yeah, that's true.
Zuza.
Okay. Alright. I think I want to defend Lyra and get Ashala into position, so let's go 1-2. And rapier drawn, just sort of exclaim, "Zooms!" and try and stab him.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Look, you gotta experiment sometimes. Zooms! Flanking is only for Ashala, right?
Yes, only for Ashala.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the true strike would be, wouldn't it?
You do have True Strike, yes. So you do get to roll again.
Okay. Sure. Let's see if we do any better.
Dirty 20. Go ahead and roll for
Okay.
damage.
I will do so. 9 piercing.
Okay. You all have done
And then-
Go ahead.
Oh, let's see. And since that means I do still have a second attack, I'm just gonna toss that over to Ashala so she can make an extra attack next turn.
Thank you.
As you all gather together, you do a very thorough ambush against this Githyanki knight, who was expecting a fight but wasn't quite expecting something to this level. They are going to go ahead and let out something of a roar before turning to Ashala, misty stepping, appearing behind Ashala. Ashalak, sister, you have betrayed us. And then is going to make a multi-attack with the Silver Greatsword. That is a 17 and a 20 to hit.
You know what? Just because it's a once per day thing, I'm going to avoid both of those hits, bring up a shield.
Hell yeah.
as I kinetically halt his advance and hold his rapier. His silver greatsword still midair, mid-swing. Swing. You're no brother of mine.
Ah, good. Then it seems that this will be something that will be worth savoring. And
Finally, a worthy opponent.
the Githyanki Knight takes the blade, and despite being held, you feel movement. Not against you pushing back, but sliding down as it scrapes against your mind before pulling back. And then the Yankee is going to start moving. You get an opportunity attack.
Oh, I do, and I have True Strike. Hello. I may as well, with advantage. Let's see if we hit. Oh no, I don't. I used my
Because it was
reaction.
used. Yes, it was used.
Yes.
Oh.
So ignore that. I had to let go of that button.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh no, I can't do that. I have to ignore that.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Opportunity attacks are reactions.
And they are starting to
Anyone
disappear down the hallway.
Concerned about those giant gun-looking things.
They do look a little concerning.
Lyra, it's your turn.
Are we not going to go back to Valentine?
You know what? Yeah, let's go to Valentine. Valentine, go ahead and give me a roll.
By all means, finish this fight. That's much more interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
How about a couple rounds of combat and then we go back to Lyra, like every
Yeah, let's do
time.
that.
That
Yeah,
way,
let's do that.
That way it feels a bit paced.
Okay. So, seeing him just run away, I mean, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I can't really see him from here, can I?
Yes, actually, no. As you enter here, you're actually able to get a better view of
Okay.
the hallway at large.
Yeah, are there these giant turrets that are
There
currently
are
aiming at us?
absolutely massive turrets that are just kind of there, but because
the power's
everything,
off.
the power is off,
Right,
they're
right.
all offline.
Okay.
Oh, we should also be keeping track of how many turns it's been since we have, what was it, like a minute?
Two, I think, but
This would be round 2 since
Yeah.
so
Okay, so that's 2 of
12.
20.
I think.
it's 6
Yes.
seconds per.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as
Yeah,
as I come around the corner, what
Actually-
I'm going to do? Oh, go ahead.
It did start a bit earlier as you guys are kind of working your way around, so there's actually third turn in.
You are correct. I'm just going to quickly speak mentally to Valentine, saying, "The magic's going to wear off now, and I'm going to cast Hold Person on him."
Ooh.
If that works, holy shit.
So Hold Person, I think, is DC 18.
Ooh.
So it's a Wisdom save.
The knight is going to legendary resistance this one.
Oh, what a bastard!
That's so rude.
That is so Raven.
As you rush forward, you are certain that you have him, and you feel your mind begin to lock him into a prison. You suddenly get this image of him just turning towards you and cutting away at the cage that you are putting around him with the silver sword, and it sort of shocks you awake, and you break your concentration. It's clear that this is a very, very powerful individual.
Okay, well, that's my stuff.
Ashala, you're up.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to dash to get to him, I think. So I'm going to dash to get behind him, and I'm going to now make that attack.
Okay. That
Don't
will
think
not do it.
Sadly, no.
Zuza, you're up.
Oh, I do have the
Oh,
extra attack from
you-
Zeus.
You do have an extra attack,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but I think the True Strike's spent now.
That's right, you can still try it if you want. It doesn't roll over, so you may as well.
Yeah. It's just a shame because I do have like there we go. All right. Sad I will miss both of those.
Yes, unfortunately. Zuza, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Let's hop up on the wall here. And let's go 1, 2, 3. I imagine that's like 4 or 5, right?
We'll call it 5.
Alright, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, let's do a rallying mark on our Gith guy here. And let's do it with let's do it with 2 dice. No, wait, actually, no one. Ashala is not hurt, right?
I'm
Not
not
currently.
now.
All right. So I'll do it with 1 die for now. So that. All right, Ashala. I am certain you know more than enough what to do here. And bonus action. Next time damage is rolled against the target before the start of my next turn, you add a extra D. Let's see, is it a D6 or is it a D8 now? It is a D6 to the damage, and you can heal that many HP.
Very nice.
I can't quite reach him from here, unfortunately. And I don't want to switch out to a weapon that could. So let's just give both of my attack actions to Ashala to see if we can really try and start getting some work done on this guy.
Okay. So you are giving a host of buffs to Ashala. Githyanki Knight, seeing Ashala sort of just wheel and circle around him, is going to be frustrated. And will go, "Forgive me, sister," before going in for 2 hits. A 17 to hit. Sorry.
Yep, that one will still hit fine. However, I will. I'm going to, from that hit, I'm going to uncanny dodge to half the damage.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
take 14 points of damage.
Minus
And
14.
then he is going to once more Misty Step away.
How many? 3 a day. God damn. This
Is going to
motherfucker.
teleport over to this corner. Seemingly, as much as you've all given a good fight to him, he doesn't seem interested in staying to finish this fight, even though he probably could stick around and do a lot more. He has a very clear set mission.
Alright, I've got an idea for that motherfucker next turn then.
As the turn comes to a close, Lyra, you notice
Yeah?
lights on the turrets.
Oh god.
There are 4 lights on the turrets. One of the lights has turned on.
Um.
Valentine, give me a roll.
Okay. It's a 9. I will not raise this time. I will watch the first round.
Randall is going to play it out. Alexander is going to raise. Cordelia is going to match. Corva is going to fold. And then Nova is going to also match. The first one drawn is a 12.
Ooh. If anyone has a 12, that's bad news. Mm. Can I do a quick scan of the table for
Just a general scan?
reactions? Yeah.
Go ahead and do an insight check.
Nat 20.
You get the sense that almost everyone on the table is about to fold.
Cool. I will match then. I will continue playing.
Randall is going to fold. Alexander is going to raise. Cordelia is going to play it out. Corva's out and Nova's going to fold. It is back to you. The next card drawn was a 3.
And it's just me and Alexander
And Cordelia.
and Cordelia. Oh. Is he doing his tell with his hands?
He is actually cracking his hands now with sound and everything.
Ooh, all right. I don't want him to win.
He does deserve to be sad, yes.
No. I might risk it for the biscuit and swap cards.
Actually, before you do that, with
Okay.
your natural 20 insight check, you actually notice as it comes to your turn, Alexander's card shimmers with a faint purplish light. It is something that you catch only briefly, but it was so minor that you could have just imagined that it was reflecting off of someone's clothing.
I don't trust.
You seem to be feeling, mighty confident this hand, Alexander.
I feel I'm
And-
doing wonderfully, darling.
Indeed. How do I call him out? After your bad, or one might consider good luck, with our last dealer, I certainly hope we wouldn't have such mishaps again. Give him a very pointed look.
So it would seem. Though I imagine that this is just pure luck. There's not much one can do about having wonderful luck.
Luck, I find, can only do a man so much good. It's always sure to run out. And I would like to make a intimidation check, please.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Ugh, only 6.
Well, we don't know what he rolled. He might have got lower.
He gives you a look, and then just starts wiggling his eyebrows. I think he's interpreting what you're taking as flirting with him.
I mean, he's not entirely wrong, so.
This is why you can't give a fuckboy hope.
I've already fucked the fuck boy, so like.
I know. It was such a bad mistake.
What's the play here?
I think, ugh. I don't want him to win on a cheating hand, but my own hand is not super great. I might risk it for the biscuit and, swap my card.
Reminder, you don't have advantage on that.
I
anymore.
know.
Go ahead
I
and
do
roll
have
me
to-
a sleight of hand check.
I do have proficiency though, so, oh, please. 19, alright.
Okay.
19. You are able to switch your card. Go ahead and roll me another 12.
Oh, it's even worse. Alright, I fold.
Oh no.
Randall is going to once more, or not Randall, Alexander is going to raise once again. To which Cordelia is going to check him just once. It just seems to not be able to understand what quite is going on. Though you get the impression that she is very much so trying to get some type of read on him, and she's going to fold. With everyone out, Alexander wins the round handily with his 12. Makes a fairly significant comeback.
Cheating bastard. I say as I was just cheating.
Your
It's
turn
not cheating if I do it.
to the
Of
pyramid.
course not.
Oh, he didn't move. I just realized.
No, that's
No,
okay.
no, no,
He
you
doesn't
can
have
stay.
to.
Yeah, you can stay right
Yeah.
there.
We'll give him half his movement.
No take backs.
That's it. That's all he's getting. Alright, it's your turn.
Gosh, I really have no way to even see him at this point. I can move like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and that's as far as I can get. But the turrets are also turning on.
I mean, what we could do. I mean, it's those two specifically that are turning on, right?
Oh, yeah, so
But we
these
haven't
two
touched
ones
the
are turning on
others.
first.
I'd say if you get around the corner, I'd say if we all get around the corner, they won't target us at least.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
But
Okay.
he'll also be getting closer to, presumably, the actual goods.
Yeah.
Like, out of character, I can try to hit him with a command. Hope that he has to burn another resistance. But I don't know what else I can do.
I can't see him from here, right?
No, unfortunately you can't.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna try and sort of beat to the punch, and I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. So be right there. Bonus action, I don't really have anything. So that is my turn.
As you start progressing down the corridor, you notice that there are two other, much different, much scarier turrets, both of which have a single light on. These ones also have 4 lights. You also see a sheerly massive amount of vases and some type of capsule. You imagine it's one of the many lockboxes that were supposed to be in here. Though you don't particularly see any, although there are some markings in the wall where there would have been more lockboxes. It seems as though this place has been renovated recently, and all of the loot has been removed. Though you don't know what's at the very bottom of this corridor. It seems that there's some remaining items at the very bottom.
I think that, I mean, would we be sent on a suicide mission? Is that a possibility?
You are
I don't
uncertain.
know.
Ashala,
I think we gotta kind of risk it for the biscuit. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm gonna stay here. Just in case, like, the turrets do turn on and they decide to shoot him instead.
using him as a shield.
Yeah. And I
Remember,
will.
you have 3 attacks.
You do have
Thank you,
3
thank-
attacks, yes.
Thank you. All of them which are going to be with the serpent dagger. So, first one.
16 will not hit.
Sad. Alright. Second one, hopefully, maybe.
Oh wait, are you adding the bonus to? Oh wait, no, sorry, that's
It's
bonus
damage.
to damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second will not
Oh.
hit.
The last one, I'll use one of my cosmic things to give you an extra d6. So go ahead and roll, just so you can get 1 hit. Hopefully.
Well, actually, I think if you gave me the cosmic on my first one, I think I might have hit.
Well, I can't do it as like I have to do it before the roll happens.
Got you.
So
That's fine.
okay, full 6 to whatever this last one is. Which, yeah, that.
That will do it. Go ahead and roll for damage.
At least we're getting some damage on him.
Mhm.
Oh, right. Don't need to roll it again. Just need to do the damage. And better damage this time, too.
Oh, this is what gets
Oh!
+5.
Yeah, so this one get +5 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So 40, so 19 total.
Oh wait, sorry, hold on. That's +5. That's on top of what you actually roll for that. So let me roll a quick Noblesse Oblige dice.
Oh, okay, so not +5 then?
Well, okay, so yeah, 2 + 5, so 7 it ended up being.
So
Gotcha.
21.
Okay.
21 damage.
As you are chasing him down, you are hacking and cutting, and if it's not being caught by his armor or being caught by his blade as he quickly whips around and catches it behind him, he turns around to sort of prepare a strike towards you, but you're just a bit faster and you're able to nick him right in between where his armor is on his arm, as it sizzles and burns on him. He has to make another check and rolls a 14 and does not pass. You now have True Strike on him as you are sort of dialing in on him.
And
Uh,
beat this guy.
You know what? Do I have it? Let me check. No.
I'm so sure he is going to try immediately to use that last Misty Step.
Oh, absolutely.
Alright. You know what? Let's just give it a shot. For main action, I am going to burn another of my leadership dice, and Zuza's eyes go black as they suck in surrounding light as she tries to invoke her rank to cast command. So that is going to be that should be a 16 wisdom save.
Okay.
Come on, low numbers.
19.
Damn it.
What a
Well,
guy.
I tried. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get a bonus for spending more dice on that, so let's movement at least. Oh, I probably should have done this first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, No, let's stay here. 6, actually. So I tried that. Didn't work out. Oh, also, Ashala, did you heal the damage that you got as
Oh,
bonus?
So I would have healed 7, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I will do that right now.
Is that the end of your turn, Zuza? It's action and bonus action.
That's action and movement. You know what? Fuck it. Let's throw another rallying mark on this motherfucker. I'm so sick of this asshole.
Mm-hmm. If he wasn't looking beat up before, he's gonna look beat up now.
Now it's the end of my turn.
As it finally comes to his turn, he is going to just turn back to Ashala, having been caught once. You are good, sister. I hope that we will have another day where we can train together. Before popping his third and final Missy Step, 30 feet forward. And then training his mind, psionic energy runs through him as he prepares to jump. And is going to disappear around the final corner.
There's another corner. Oh, that corner. Okay.
Seemingly
shit.
going straight through a gate that was at the very end with a massive crash as he uses his greatsword to pierce his way through.
Jesus.
Fucking hate this asshole so much.
Okay, let's go one more turn. Lyra, you're up.
Okay. These are on at this point, right?
This is the third turn. There's one more turn.
Okay.
These are
I
behind. The ones
already-
up top are active now.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Can I do some? I'm gonna ask you for something that is not the intended use for a spell.
Okay.
Can I cast web to block the turrets?
Can you post the web spell and
Yes,
just so I can see?
can.
You know what?
As
For the
I
sake
said-
of it, yes, because it is
Okay.
technically restraining something that can't make a dexterity check to really dodge.
Okay.
So for all intents and purposes, they are currently restrained, and it would take a somewhat significant movement for them to sort of pull themselves free, or they're going to need someone else to pull them free.
And they're turrets, so.
And they are turrets, so they are not going to have that happen.
Okay.
So did you so like how
It's like the ceiling. The
Okay.
ceiling is webbed up, not anything that would hamper our movement.
okay,
For all
so
intents and
because
purposes,
they're-
these two are trapped now.
yeah,
Yes.
so
That's good.
Okay.
that's actually smart, especially if they're like elevated. We can just like walk around underneath them.
Exactly. Okay. That's my turn then.
This turret is turning on. A light has appeared. And blinks to 2. Ashala, you're up.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel like for my last bonus action, may as well dash again. 1,
Hell
2,
yeah.
3.
And as you
Hello.
get all the way here, you see that he has smashed through what appears to be some type of gate. And there seem to be red lights that are lighting it, almost like emergency lights. And you reveal what appears to be the treasure room. As he has smashed his way through it.
Jesus Christ.
He is very surprised that you made your way over to him.
Good.
Surprised to see me so soon. But
Oh,
alas,
interesting.
yeah. Alas, that was all my actions to get here, though. So.
Souza.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, let's see how far I can get here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that was 7 anyway. All right. I can't really see him to do anything more with that, so I'll just say, give him a good what for. Give him a good what for, Ashala, and give you another 2 attacks on your next go.
Nice.
Is now the Githyanki Knight's turn, and he is going to jump once more. I believe you get an opportunity attack here.
Cool. And I think True Strike has worn off at this point.
You do have it would have been the end of your turn, so yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can still
but-
roll to hit.
Yeah, I can still hit. I will take that crit.
Okay.
Yep, that is a crit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Not bad.
And then sneak attack.
I don't think I get sneak attack, sadly.
Not even on a crit?
You do have the Noblesse Oblige, though. So
Uh,
that is going to give you an extra
9 on top of that.
9. And you can heal up to 9 if you have any left that is unfilled.
Yep. So my remaining 7.
Okay, so that deals 8, 16, and then extra 9. You caught him as he was getting ready to jump, got caught directly in the back.
Did that scrap
And-
his jump by any chance?
It seemingly did just a bit as he is shifted off from his target, and then kind of just like crashed into the wall, but it wasn't enough to stop him. As he rushes forward, grabs a gem from the hand of a statue, and then immediately starts laughing while coughing. And then begins drawing a rune with his hands,
Fuck.
utilizing a rune of plane shift, and disappears.
Oh.
This guy!
Gotta be
Did he-
kidding.
Did he get
And-
what he was even looking for?
The gem that was in the golem's hand is gone, but as the gem disappears from his hand, and the hand is left outstretched, the hand of the statue goes in and taps its own chest before moving back down, and then the chest plate opens up, and a second gem is revealed from the inside.
Oh, he might hit the first one
Incredible.
in a quick panic.
And combat ends here.
Oh my god. Okay. Get the fuck in the room!
We'll say, for the sake of things, combat is ended here, so everyone can kind of just rush into the room as all of the lights are turning on.
Good.
Lyra and Zuza, as the two of you are walking in, the turrets, while restrained, are still sort of locked in a direction. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check for both of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I'm not good at these. I'm okay at these.
Save or a check.
It's same for me, so. Oh, cool.
Oh,
That's another nat
boy.
1 for me.
Same modifier, so that's a 16.
Zuzi, you're going to take half damage.
Okay.
Lyra, you are going to not enjoy this part.
No, I don't think so.
no.
Oh, God.
You take 25 points of damage as it begins to raise towards your general direction. Were it not for your ability to dodge, this would have been a horrific experience, and you would have essentially been turned into a fine paste on the floor there.
That's low roll for it too. Okay, I'm okay.
And they still continue firing until it seems that something begins to heat up in them, and then they finally stop. You are all clear, and as time goes on, the lights all begin to turn on. The gate is completely smashed on this section. But both of these sections on the opposite side, the doorways, reveal a laser gate. You all seem to have been quite lucky in avoiding all of this. You are left in what seems to be whatever's left of Fenia's treasure room. The gem is present on the statue.
Less alive.
Someone take the gem. I think I need a minute.
Please heal yourself up.
I will. I'm still feeling okay, but oh.
So, actually, peering at this gem in particular, what kind of read do I get from it?
As you actually go and approach it, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Okay, distinctly average, 14.
Alternatively, roll me a wisdom as well.
Oh, okay. Wisdom check as well. I am apparently not as good as that.
As you go and take the gem into your hands, removing it from the statue, you almost feel a second presence. And you almost feel like one of the other two has touched your back, and you kind of turn around, but see that they're just a few feet off. They're not climbing up the statue like you.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
You just seem to shrug it off. It didn't seem like anything in particular, just odd feeling.
Just a weird feeling holding this. So yeah, we've got what we needed. I think. Admittingly, I never seen one of these before, so I don't know if this is what we're actually after or anything.
The gem is a pinkish, purplish color, and as you sort of hold it close to you, you do feel that it's giving off something of a humming, almost like a singing sound. And it's a bit charming to you. You feel comforted by holding it in your presence. You're not quite certain as to what it is. You are at least aware that it is the thing you are looking for, but you don't know what exactly is causing all of this.
At the very least, I think what we have is here. The first crystal must have been just a quick duplicate bait and switch.
I mean, goodness, the security measures in this casino are quite severe.
Yeah. Only downside is I don't know how we're gonna get out of here.
Me neither, but I can help us sneak. I just don't know exactly how effective that would be against robots. But correct me if I'm wrong, but did Finea say we could take anything else we found if we wanted to? It's partially a question to the DM. I vaguely remember her saying that, but I'm not certain.
You can take whatever, provided that you can walk out alive with it. That was her rule.
Oh,
Understood.
okay. Well, I guess we may as well look around.
Yeah, I was like, can we do a quick looky?
Yeah, you know what? Everyone make an investigation check.
I'm not good at these. Let's go.
Investigation.
Oh, that's a 7.
I'll do so, and then add.
Ooh, okay.
No, well, actually, yeah, I'll just take that. It's fine.
I'll take an
I'm
8.
Charlotte.
injured. I'm repairing myself.
You can see everything.
Oh.
Let's go through from the top. Lyra, you are kind of looking around, but the first thing that immediately catches your eye is the red stone that is immediately next to you. While it's not necessarily anything of value, you immediately get the sinking feeling in your stomach as you realize that is a massive container of the Devil's Ruby.
No. Not this again.
That is kind of all you can think about at the current
Yeah, I'm
moment.
healing myself at the moment, so that's what I see because it's right next to me.
Souza, you notice the things that are immediately nearest to you. You lock on to the 2 chests that are glowing with a bit of gold light coming out of them. You realize that these are gold coin containers. The armory up here seems to be holding some type of ammunition. You can't quite identify what it is, however. But it is currently under a glass case. You might be able to see if you can try and sneak it. And there seems to be some type of box with a symbol that you're unfamiliar with. It seems to be a star of some kind. Ashala, looking at everything else in the room, you are drawn immediately towards something you have seen only once. And you get a sort of giggle in your chest as you remember, but also that feeling of something that's fun to look back on, but something that's, oh man, I kind of cringe that I did that. A long time ago, you were with Skaith the Scaleless, Skaith the Steel Scaled, and found you had come across a ship from the Federation that was carrying some type of missile. Skaith insisted that everyone stay away from it, but you were curious as to what it was, and you had taken it and you had loaded it into the missile canister, and promptly fired a absolutely massive warhead of some type at an asteroid and completely devastated an asteroid belt.
Oh, that's perfect.
Incredible.
Next to that is a rifle that is actually a holographic display of a rifle, clearly put away in this container. That is somewhat similar to the one that Valentine had acquired on that ship where you were rescued from. You notice 2 additional ships here, containers of gold, a set of a gem that you're not quite familiar with, as well as a series of books, but you can't quite make out what they are exactly. But they do seem to show a bunch of individuals doing different poses. There is one of an individual who is carrying a large stone. There's one of an individual who is jumping very high. There's another one of an individual who is standing very strongly. Another where an individual is seemingly reading a series of lines. Another where an individual is speaking to other individuals. And one more where there is an individual who seems to be meditating.
Ooh.
As you just take a moment with it, you realize that these are masterwork books that will allow you to enhance your ability scores.
That's huge.
Yep.
We gotta get those.
And the last thing you see is something of a cryopod. You've only seen one of these before, and it seems to be entirely frozen over, so it might even be active currently. But you can't quite see who is inside unless you were to play around with the console.
Okay. Good to know.
The box.
I
we
will.
gotta.
So, I guess so. Like in order, like having like seen what everyone else has seen, but then like going over and just kind of like chuckling. Those were the good old days. Before kind of peering over everything else over here, and then once getting here and looking at everything here. Oh, well, this a tree. If we can make it out with this.
Anything we find, could we not put it in the bag of holding compartments that Eben gave us? Or...
Nope, just gold.
Only
Alright.
gold goes in there, unfortunately.
But
Okay.
that does mean we can put the entire store of gold in here in there if we wanted.
I don't think that's a priority right now, but
Of course not. I mean, look, if no one else would like the master's book of charisma, I would certainly do well with it, I think.
please let's take as many of them as we can, but we have to get out of here alive.
We can add them to the storage.
Valentine, go ahead and give me 3 rolls because we're not going to play out the entirety of everyone's budget here.
You got it. 9, 4, 12.
We will say that overall, you had a pretty solid run, and then you hit a series of pretty bad hands before ultimately you kept getting good hands. You happened to actually catch Corva cheating.
Corva.
Unfortunately, Nova happened to catch Randall, and Randall was forced to drop out.
No.
Cordelia spent a very, very long time watching you, trying to see if she could catch you, but she ultimately couldn't. And in the end, go ahead and roll me 1 more d12.
6.
You won a final round against Cordelia before Cordelia withdrew from the entire tournament.
No!
Leaving you, Alexander, and Nova. And Nova, unfortunately, ran out of funding later in the tournament, leaving simply you and Alexander.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes, motherfucker. I
Roll
hate
me.
him.
No.
Roll me 3 insight checks.
I'm not gonna say it's
insight
your
check.
fault for fucking him, but I feel like it's your fault for fucking him. You gave him this confidence.
22, 15, 11.
On one of the hands, as you are continuing, you once again catch the glint that you had noticed earlier. And upon calling him out this time, feeling the confidence at least enough that it's just the two of you, there's no one else that's staying around to compete against the two of you, they go and they catch his hand, seeing that the card itself was a 1 and had some form of magical effect that made it appear as a 12, in fact.
This guy.
The fiend.
And he is disqualified from the tournament.
Yeah!
Let's go.
And we will continue from what happens next in our next adventure.
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Oh,
Let's see. Oh, you know who's around that we can go visit?
ooh.
We can go visit Obsidia.
Hey,
Yeah, we
Oh, hell yeah.
can.
All right. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all had a lot of fun. We have reached the conclusion of the heist, and perhaps even one more adventure awaits as we leave this casino. But there are many, many more quests to undertake afterwards. And I hope to see you all on our next adventure on September
Another day.
7th. Yes. See you all soon. Take care. Safe travels. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Goodbye.
Oh, that.